Welcome to the Four Wheels and a Hat Podcast.
Well, hello there to Four Wheels and a Hat Podcast. As has just been said, hello to the gorgeous Hannah.
Hello, gorgeous. How you doing?
And very well indeed. And hello to the lovely Mike.
Hello, how are you?
Very well, thank you.
Good.
Where's the snow gone, Mike?
The snow? There was a lot yesterday, wasn't there?
There was a lot yesterday. I woke up and my golly, it was gorgeous, wasn't it,
It
Hannah?
was beautiful.
Around Stratford, it was beautiful.
And it was an excuse yesterday not to come to work because it was my birthday yesterday as well.
Oh,
yeah.
happy birthday!
So, yeah.
Oh my goodness, what did you get up to?
So I did come into the office briefly for
Yeah.
to sign some forms, but actually I just did nothing really.
Oh, what was it like being 40? Was it really like...
Can you remember even?
Yes, I can actually. I can. It was only last week, actually. What did you do apart from signing forms?
Not very much.
Was that your life insurance?
My funny enough, I'm just going through that process at the moment. We had an early celebration because my son had his girlfriend over from the States, and she was going back today, and it was her last day. Would have been my birthday, so we decided to do a thing on the day before my birthday.
Yeah.
So we went to the Flight Club in Birmingham, which is a darts-based thing, which is quite fun actually.
I've never been there. That
Yeah.
sounds exciting.
It's really good because it's electronic, although it's got a traditional dartboard.
Yeah.
It's electronic in how it scores,
Oh,
but
brilliant.
also there's different games, so it's not necessarily about who's best at darts. Because you
Yeah.
could play like a snakes and ladders game, so you'd move forward the number of you scored on a dartboard.
Yeah.
But you might hit a snake and come down.
Oh, I love that.
So it's not necessarily the best dart player who'd win with the game. So it's just made it more fun.
Oh,
It's good.
brilliant. And so can you eat there as well?
Yeah,
Is it
you
eating?
do
and-
food and drink and yeah. And there was
fantastic.
a bit too much drink because we went on somewhere else afterwards.
Where did you go afterwards,
So
Mike?
some a clubby bar thing in Birmingham. So I ended up being home at 3:00, making myself eggs on toast at 3:00 in the morning on my birthday.
Oh, I love
Brilliant.
that. That is brilliant. So have you got a bit of a hangover today?
No, that was Monday. So now we're okay. We're Wednesday.
You're okay.
Recovered.
Yeah, but because it's my birthday and I wasn't here, people keep give me bottles of wine.
Well,
Like, yeah, thank
I know,
you.
but I saw it. I went to Van Earth this morning because we just wanted to get. Well, I wanted to get you something because you're always so brilliant on this show. You really are, and you give me so much time.
Thank you.
And Jonathan said it's a really, really nice, and I wanted a cozy red for you because
Well,
you've got an open fire.
That's very kind. And I'm not drinking until at least Friday because I've got a medical on Friday for my life insurance, funny enough. So I'm going to keep off the alcohol all week. And
Oh, you're really good. That's really healthy until Friday.
it's like 2 whole days.
Perfect. Well, you know who we've got in the studio today, Mike? We've got the lovely Hannah, who's a photographer.
I know we've been talking F numbers already.
Photography. I love photography. I mean, I'm not, I just take them with my phone. But there's something about taking a photo, Hannah. Can you just talk us through how it all started?
Wow. So yeah, my journey very much started in digital arts. I was at college doing games design, learnt a lot of different softwares. I ended up at a job in Stratford. Do you know Gemini in Stratford?
Yes.
Yeah, so I was their picker and packer for a long time. They were looking for a photographer, but one that needed to be able to use Photoshop at the same time, and I was able to use Photoshop but just not take photographs, so they taught me how to use a camera, and then obviously started doing all the kind of editing for them, and that's basically my jump into it. I ended up going from there to a family photography kind of free experience, kind of get your spa treatment, makeup, and then go for your photo shoot, and started doing kind of work with people where they then asked me to do their weddings, like customers that had come in because they loved working with me so
Yes.
much. So it's all happened very organically, actually. It's quite
But also,
bizarre, yeah.
But you're really relaxed with people, aren't you?
Yes, I love people.
Yeah, and also you always make people feel at ease, which is the main thing. There's nothing
Yeah.
worse than going to a photographer that makes you feel like,
I very much believe in more genuine reactions. Like, obviously there is that technical side to photography, but when it comes to my photos, I'm very much kind of more focused on the moment
Yes.
rather than kind of the technical, because sometimes if you put too much work into the technical, I find that people get bored after a while, and then the faces, they're not as genuine. And I do, like, being a wedding photographer, you
must see some emotions in eyes.
Yes, the twinkles in the eyes.
Yeah.
That is, but as soon as somebody kind of looks at you, just that little sparkle.
But also sometimes deadpan.
Yes.
The fear. Because people say always look. Do you ever do that, Mike? You actually look at people's pictures, look at their eyes, and sometimes when they're with their in-laws, the fear in their eyes, nervous.
They're always the photos that people are forced to do, they don't want to do, but they're also the most important ones at the same time, so you've got to find that balance.
What makes people more photogenic than others? Because some people definitely are more photogenic, don't you think? Is it symmetry in the face, or what would it be?
I think I try to take pictures of people when they're at their most happiest. I think it's one of those things that when people smile and it's a really good smile, anybody can be photogenic, but it is trying to crack that smile out of people, which is the problem. But like sometimes I get people that I've seen over the morning that have got a great smile. As soon as you put the camera in front of them, they go completely blank, and they're just like, oh no, can't do that. But
really the camera should be your friend. Treat it as a friend.
Exactly. And then usually if I've seen that smile beforehand, I kind of pop behind my camera and I'm like, I know you got a better smile than that, and usually then it breaks out. So But I actually watched something quite a while ago where this photographer was experimenting with like 50 people, and he basically said, you're one of the most gorgeous people on the planet, and the smile that came after that for every single one of them was absolutely beautiful. So I'm a very big believer in compliments and kind of
making people feel at ease.
Yeah, so and it's definitely one of my superpowers, making people feel comfortable. So
you certainly do that. You definitely do that. Yeah. Mike, do you like having your photograph taken?
I'm not sure. I think.
Do you look in the mirror sometimes and go, "Hey, look at me"?
No. As I've got older, I've got less keen on having my photo taken. I think I was more photogenic, in my 20s. Although I had a ridiculous moustache in my 20s.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Was it? Did it curl at the side?
No.
What kind of moustache was it?
I'll bring you a picture in. In fact, I've got one on my phone. I'll find one on my phone.
Do you look at it all the time, you and the moustache? Were you a bit like the one who played Pink Panther? What was his name? David Niven. You like him? No,
it was more of a what was the TV detective chappie that was?
Proro.
No. No, the sort of 80s, American.
Was it like Magnum?
Magnum, yes, that's the word.
Did you watch that, Hannah? You see, Hannah's younger than us.
Yeah.
Magnum PI. Oh, what was his name?
That I recognise
Tom
it.
Selleck. Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh, I know who you mean.
Bit of a dish.
Yeah.
He was in Friends as well.
Yes.
Because in the old days, before Hannah was born, everything was black and white. The world was black and white. There was no such thing as colour photography. It's just...
But black and white's good, actually. Yeah. I think black and white is actually really sexy.
Yeah. It's actually quite funny. Me and my friend were talking the other day, and she, because I've just delivered a gallery to one of my very good friends from school, and she goes, I always know which ones the ones you like, because they're always black and white. Because I always feel like they're so much more emotive, and just anything a bit moody that just kind of captures that kind of coziness.
I think it actually gets the beauty of people as well.
Yeah, exactly.
That eyes, that intense,
beautiful.
Yeah. and do you like photographing on location? Or
yes.
Yeah.
So I am studio based. Studio trained originally. But I can do all of it, to be honest. I'm quite happy in either setting. So I started in product photography and ended up in wedding photography. So two very, very different ball games. But
and with brides, when you first see them initially on that day, are they incredibly nervous? I mean, they're going to be walking down the aisle or register. Are they quite?
It depends. I think when it comes to the brides in the morning, if they've got a good team behind them and their bridesmaids are all being quite helpful, then usually they're in good spirits. But obviously if you haven't quite got the team behind you, it can be quite stressful, because they're trying to be like, oh, I need to get this done, I need to get this done, I need to get this done. So I think it just depends on who you've got around you more than anything. But having a good bridal team is definitely helpful.
It's good, helpful.
Have you had one go wrong ever? Sorry.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Have you ever had it go wrong? Or like an argument or something happening?
don't know. Yeah, well, one of my very, very first ones, apparently he'd got his side piece at the wedding, and they were, I think, divorced or annulled within a week, because she found out that his girlfriend was also at the wedding, so that was very awkward. But yeah.
Did you know? Was there rumours?
No, not at all.
Because I thought you might have been, you didn't know anything.
So they were some of the best photos I've ever taken in my entire life, but I've never shared them because out of respect for the couple. So just, for her more than him. But
well, you might get his next wedding anyway.
Yeah, you might.
I would say fingers crossed, but maybe not. But yeah, that was very, very early on. But I wouldn't say anything bad. I do attract quite laid back people. So usually it's more the kind of bride and grooms that actually care about their guests more than kind of the vanity.
Yes.
In that sense.
Any brides that arrive late?
Oh, I've had one actually. No, yeah. So there's one at the Henley Room, bless her, because obviously Stratford is mental with the traffic, isn't it? So she couldn't get parked, bless her. She was on her own and she was running down Henley Street, obviously peak time as well. So I got some great photos though. It's just brilliant, just her in a handmade dress as well. She's so
there's also
gorgeous.
a time limit, isn't there?
Exactly, especially at Henley Room as well, because it's like half an hour in, half an hour out, and that's it. So yeah, bless her. But the photos were great though for running.
I bet they were her dashing.
Dashing. Brilliant. So,
and do you help with the videos as well? Is it just photography?
No, very much. Video is a whole different game.
Yeah.
It is so much harder than photography in my opinion, just because one, the amount of equipment they've got, and two, the B-roll they've got to get is just, I find that so much more stressful, especially if the dance floor's not kicking at the end of the night and they're like trying to get all the good dancing and they're not doing anything.
And no one's moving.
Yeah, so no, definitely videos.
Have you ever had it that people don't want to take their photo?
Oh yeah, all the time.
At weddings?
So obviously there are some situations where it's kind of, you've got foster children that are vulnerable that you can't include, and obviously try not to get photos of them, but if you do, then obviously make sure they don't go online or anything like that. But some people are like, do not take my photo, and I'm there like, oh, okay. So,
really?
Yeah.
Well,
but obviously
at weddings?
Yeah. I think, I don't know whether kind of it's down to insecurity or...
Was that you, Mike?
Just...
You a bit like that? You didn't
No, I think if you're at a wedding, you think you expect it, don't you, really?
I'm always going, gosh, do you want my photo? I'm like that.
I love that. I need you at every wedding. But you do get it occasionally. But I am quite respectful in that sense, though, that if they don't want their photo taken, I won't take it, because at the end of the day, like, I don't want to make people feel uncomfortable.
Yes.
And I just find every wedding I go to, you get this one guest that'll come up to me and go, oh, you never guess what this photographer did, and then you get all the horror stories from every other wedding they've done, and it's usually them being really bossy or forcing them to do something they don't want to. So I do kind of take that feedback on board and just don't annoy people. But and obviously you've got to try and include everyone, because the bride and groom, you've been invited, so
yes, of course.
Yeah, you should be there and be in the photos. So
but do you like taking photos unaware that?
Oh yes,
because they're
fly
really
on the wall.
Fun.
Yeah. Candid are the best when people don't know they're being photographed.
Yeah,
love them.
And also, you must see some sites that people. I don't know, flirting with other people. Do you know what I mean? You can capture all of that.
Yeah.
And then other romances are formed at
exactly,
weddings.
Yeah. So I don't actually think I've seen anything like that yet, but
give it time.
Yeah, I'm sure over the years it'll come.
Have you seen some things like that, Mike? Have you
Well,
seen...
it would be me doing the flirting, to be honest with you. So that's what.
Have you met people at weddings that you've actually then dated? I'm always intrigued with things like this. I feel like Cilla Black on Blind Date, trying to get people together.
I love it.
I can't think of anybody I've met at a wedding. I almost pulled together at a funeral once, but that's...
Crikey.
Really, did
she's
you?
nice, yeah, but then my friend got hold of her
Maybe wrong
instead.
timing. Oh no! How rude.
Oh, how rude. Are they still together?
No.
Oh, dear.
Was it the widow? Was it the widow of the...
I don't want to go into too much detail. I don't, honestly.
Oh, I love it. You've got a dark sense of humour. It's brilliant.
I have got a dark sense of humour, yes. Yes, I have.
This is why I'm not in Vision, because I'm just no one knows who I am.
I tried to take a picture of someone actually that I do know, and he said, can it not go online? I'm in hiding. I'm in hiding. Some people are in hiding, aren't they? They can't be seen. Is that why,
from the tax man or from...
Yeah, I think so. I think so. But what's your favourite kind of picture, if you had to describe?
Gosh, I don't know. There's it's just people at their happiest. I think. I think like one photo that sprang to mind then was when we got my mum got a puppy, and we were around at my mum's house, and my nan and granddad were there, and my granddad had got this puppy here, and it was just licking his face, and just the way he smiled, and it was just so kind of, and that to me is just, it's just that just kind of
excitable.
Yeah, exactly. And the crow's feet were out, and it's just,
and also the unplanned. Sometimes the unplanned ones.
Yeah, I'm definitely very much I call myself a documentary photographer, but I'm probably half and half, because I do love the unscripted, because I just feel like they are more genuine.
Yes.
And then I'm also not taking over your day being like, do this, do that, do this. But yeah, candid photos are definitely the best.
Yeah, they are.
They're just unapologetically you. So
yeah. And also when you're, because I've seen you photographing animals as well, like dogs, you're really good, but they're kind of, they love being into the limelight as well.
Yeah. I know. I make some funny noises to make sure the ears prick forward and things.
Yeah, you're very good.
I'm not going to do that now because my boyfriend would be so embarrassed.
Do you do that with humans as well, or just put them at ease?
Oh, yeah. So normally it's kind of, it's like, again, if I do too much pose stuff, and I'm like, just hug each other so I can see how you kind of fall together, and then it's kind of, then you feel comfortable how you're standing, and then it's just kind of adding in from there. So yeah, it's usually if there's dogs involved, it does make people a lot, because I'm just a bit of an idiot. So like if I smile like an idiot, they usually smile like an idiot back. So it's just it does work, especially with babies. It's the best.
Babies just are really cute.
Bright beaming smile, and then they're just like, oh my god, who are you? Because obviously they talk to you with facial expressions.
Yes, they do, in the eyes and everything.
Exactly. So if you do really kind of, you do look mad whilst you're doing it, but just the big beaming smiles, so you do get quite a lot of reactions out of them. So.
And Mike, do you take loads of photos on your phone?
Yeah, I think I've got like 30,000 pictures on my phone. Something.
Oh, it's glad to know I'm not the only one.
Yeah. Do you print them all out?
No.
No, you see, same here. They're all on the phone.
Yeah, I know. Well,
why is that?
It's just, they're just a digital album now, aren't they?
Yeah.
So I am a big believer in prints, though. I'm just about to put my year's worth of prints in. I'm so excited to see some of the, because there's a store nearby that does like these aluminium canvases, and I've literally just ordered 4, and they're going to be.
And then you can just put them all on there, which I love doing that.
They're so stunning. Yeah. So some of the choices they've picked, but I do find quite a lot of people print all their group shots as well, whereas most photographers are like, oh, group shots are crap, don't just do those. And most photographers hate doing them, but I find most of my clients actually pick those for their prints, so it's one of those things that I have to make sure that they are perfect. Cause,
they want to make sure everyone's in the album.
Everyone's
I suppose.
in
it.
Exactly.
So no, it is nice, but I force my clients to print their photos because I just don't want them sat digitally somewhere.
No, I'm the same.
They'll never look at them again. So
I do miss actually going to Boots and not knowing what's on that camera and then getting developed. I do miss that.
Hannah wouldn't remember that.
I'm like on the verge.
Okay, Hannah didn't remember that. Do you remember True Print? I used to love that advert, which falls into the pool.
Do you remember they used to send you the envelopes through the door? You'd send your film off into True Print.
I used to love that. I used to love that because you never knew. One time I went on holiday, thought there was film in the camera, no film in the camera at all. I was taking all these pictures. Smile. Nothing in there at all.
But normally you get 36, out of 36 you'd probably get like 3 good pictures if you're lucky.
Yeah. And also the people in the shop knew your photos before you did. That's what I loved.
You just make sure you've not put anything naughty on
Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? That's another problem.
Where now you can just delete. If you photograph something that you shouldn't be. Not that I do. I'm not saying, oh my god.
This is an admission now.
But sometimes that you can just press something, can't you? You don't realise you're pressing.
Yeah, if you say so.
Love it. Yeah, no, it definitely makes my life easier. I've never actually worked with film, which is a bit of a shame, really, because I started editing and then went backwards. So maybe in the future I will end up that way. But yeah, no, digital life is so much easier.
It is.
Just for being able to be like, oh, yep, no. So
Yeah. And also, if someone's got their eyes closed, you can open them, can't you?
well, I haven't quite done that yet, but
It's quite hard, yeah.
yeah, I can do face swaps. So yeah, maybe an eye swap kind of thing. Yeah. But because you do get quite a lot of requests being like, oh, can you add this person in, add that person in? But
is that because they haven't been invited to the wedding,
or like, well, maybe like they're ill on the day or something like that. But yeah, no, I had even, I think it was a couple of years ago actually, this lady said, oh, my grandma wasn't very well, can you add her in? And they got her all dressed up in the garden, and it was really beautiful. But then obviously because all the lighting was completely different, I just wasn't able to make it look right. So yeah,
I thought you were about to say the grandmother had died. Can you put her in?
No. Oh no, but people do ask that though quite a lot, and then it's just make it like they're a ghost, and it is. Oh
gosh,
It's weird.
Yeah.
A ghost hanging over the wedding.
Yeah, it is quite bizarre, I must admit. And
you mean like a white ghost?
Well, just kind of slightly transparent, as it were. But yeah, it is. I've been asked to do it a couple of times, and I've tried to do it, and it's just failed miserably. So I just say no to them now if they ever come through. So.
But don't they say that a robin is like a spirit? So have they ever asked for that? It's like a robin.
Oh, actually, yeah, no. Somebody. Oh no, this was actually quite emotional the other week. It was I was assisting another wedding, and apparently somebody in the family had died, and they were like, "Oh, we're just going to wait for a white feather to come down so our brother's in the photo." And it was just we're like all three of us. I think me, the videographer, and the photographer were all just kind of there, like, "Oh wow, this is emotional." So yeah, they got a white feather and added it in. So. It can get quite deep quite quickly.
Yeah,
so
it can.
it's but things like white feathers, robins, and things.
So when you're doing your photography for your weddings and you meet the bride and groom, how much in advance do you meet them before you actually do?
Well, some people don't want to meet me at all. Half the time they've kind of heard
Hannah?
some people have heard what I'm like, and they know that I'm kind of quite laid back and quite easy. I just got a reputation for being Hannah, So it's quite nice. People have just kind of started to trust me to that point now. Obviously, you do get some brides. I had one this year that I had to meet about 3 or 4 times because obviously she's just very particular about what she wanted. But yeah, it can be a year in advance, 6 months in advance. It can be anything. So I offer phone calls or coffee chats, whatever they feel comfortable with, because some people want to meet in person, some people don't have the time. So yeah, it's just, again, just listening to the customer more than anything else. But
and all your prices on there as well on your website. Yeah. And how quickly, when you do the wedding, do they get the photographs, or do they have a look at the proofs?
It depends on the season. Usually, I like to have a kind of 4 to 6 week deadline if it's busy summer season. But I do like to kind of do some sneak peeks for the day after, because quite a lot of the time you'll get their unplugged weddings now, so they'll. Won't want any photos online until they've got some of the sneak peeks back, so then they can say, oh, we got married yesterday, kind of thing. So it's just it's something that quite a lot of photographers have started doing just to kind of keep them excited, because obviously waiting 6 to 8 weeks for your photos even 4 to 6 weeks can be a long time. So especially if you've got videographer as well, they can be even longer. So it's just trying to keep in the spirits up, as it were. So.
And what's the best location that you photographed in? Ooh. Kind of like for a wedding. Have you done beach ones?
I've been to Portugal to do a wedding. That was amazing. Did the beach one there. That was incredible at sunset as well. So they were beautiful. Yeah, it was a very good friend of mine actually. She was a fashion blogger actually.
Oh, was she?
I used to work with her at Gemini as well, and she just obviously loved my work from having worked with her, and then obviously doing the fashion blogging. And she was like, I can't think of anyone better. So she flew me out there, and we did everything. So yeah, that was magical couple of days.
I bet that was amazing.
Yeah. But yeah, my favourite venue probably around here though is definitely Cider Mill Barns.
So
just outside of
is
Stratford.
Yeah.
So they're absolutely incredible. I must shout out to Adrian that works there, because I think he built and owns a place, and obviously you come across so many people in the wedding industry, but that man is working morning, noon and night. He's just there.
And
like, he'd be topping up the fires at 10 p.m. and he's really thought about it. And his wife, I think, is in the kitchen. I think she's either head chef or sous chef, or quite high up. And then one of their daughters is in marketing, and then the other one is working like as a waitress as well. So bless it, it's such a family oriented business, and it's beautiful
and a great location. So in Stratford, whereabouts?
It's technically not. I think it's more towards Long Marston, I think.
Yeah.
So technically it is Stratford, but it does. I think it's
just
more
a bit
Chipping Camden-ish
yeah.
way. But yeah, they are outstanding as a venue. Just aesthetics, the food. And then, just the staff. They're just incredible.
Just everything about
they really are. And I could work there every weekend if I could.
Well, you must go and visit it. It sounds really good.
Recommend it. Really, really do.
Mike, where did you get married? Was it on location? It
was a long time ago now. But you're talking about emotional things. My ex-wife's father died the day before our wedding. So that was like a bad start. It was a bad omen from the start. So I got married in a little church in Borsal Common. Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
So sorry.
What was it? What was the wedding like then?
It was quite... Well, we thought about cancelling it. It was ill anyway, but then you think, well, do we go ahead, or is it going to be more subdued, or do we not have the party? So it was all those decisions. So it was just a more subdued affair, but it was sort of but there you are. So I bet you wish you wouldn't ask that question there.
Yes.
But it's a big part of it, though.
Yeah.
Because obviously you do want all your family to be there, and half the time you do everything in your power to make sure that it happens, and they are there. But sometimes it just
my ex-wife's wife had a recurring dream that she was going to be given away by this family friend she called an uncle, and that's what happened.
Yeah. Oh my God! So she can see in the future.
Yeah.
Gosh. Wow. Was she a clairvoyant? Was she? Oh my goodness, that's amazing. Well, not amazing that he, passed away, but wow. But he was there in spirit, though. Yeah. I always think that.
Well, yeah.
Gosh.
They are.
Yeah, it's weddings can be funny though, can't they? They're just
lots of emotion.
Yeah, they can, and obviously they bring the best and the worst out in people depending on what drama they've got in their life.
What about alcohol? Because people are strange with alcohol as well.
Yes, they are. I was about to say, from when you first start, in the church or whatever venue they're getting married in, to when because you're there all day, you must see them change their personalities.
Yes, yeah. No, I've had there's been on several occasions where the registrars have told off the bride and groom because it's usually the groom actually, because they've usually either got like a whiskey flask or a beer in their hands before, but obviously if you're too drunk you can't legally get married. So obviously they're within their rights to tell them off, but yeah, you'll have that one groom that will be like 4 pints deep before he's even got to the ceremony, and they're like, if you can't get your words out, you will not be legally married. You do know that, and they go, oh, okay. So they're usually quite behaved after that. But yeah. Well, I don't blame them because obviously they don't want to be stood in front of 100 people, and they're just calming their nerves. But, but yeah, again, I've been quite lucky when it comes to things like that.
Yeah.
I'm actually in a WhatsApp group with lots of other photographers in the area, and some of the horror stories they come out with, I'm very, very lucky with the clients I've had so far.
So no one has said, oh no, sorry, I don't want to get married?
No, not yet, I don't think. No.
That would be dreadful, wouldn't it, Mike?
Yeah. We just still get paid, especially. That's my first concern.
Well, yeah. Well, you take the deposit.
Yes.
You must get paid for the day, and if it happened on the day.
Yeah. So usually I just say a week beforehand, just to make sure it's all. Obviously, if they. Well, I suppose I haven't actually got to that point yet, so I'm not going to say out loud. But So usually I've never had any problems with it. So yeah, they are.
Imagine that though, Mike. If someone just said, "No, I don't want to do it."
Jilted at the altar.
Yeah, jilted.
Yeah, that would be a shame. I don't know what I'd do in that situation.
Get some good pictures.
Should we just have a party anyway?
It's a big thing, though, isn't it? It's a big thing.
Yeah.
And also, you are part of that. You're part of all that. emotion and everything.
Yeah. So yeah, I think the most emotional ones, I've done a couple where they've had illnesses and they've ended up getting married because they just want to kind of make sure it happens before they've passed away. And like there's one, bless him, he had MND and he knew he only had a year to live, and genuinely the best photos I've ever, some of the best photos I've ever taken, but again, out of respect, never shown them, just because he's no longer with us. But it's so precious being able to deliver photos that then she can then cherish forever, because they are, again, at their happiest and they can remember that. So.
And also photography, photos tell a story. They tell a story of that personality and, of everything. Yeah. And so, you've always got them then, haven't you?
Exactly. They're the only thing you really take away from a wedding day. So it is so important to make sure they are the best that you can produce. So.
Yeah, someone was saying that to me. They spent more on the photography than on the cake or on anything else, because as you say, they're the one thing that you can...
only thing you take away with you, really, unless you keep any of the decor. Like, I know some people like box their wedding dresses and actually frame them and put them in their house, but you've got to have a pretty big house to do that, so not everyone does it. But it's
or like a museum, you know.
Yeah.
But you are right, you never look at your wedding dress again. Well, I don't.
No. Have you still got yours?
I've still got mine in a box.
You?
Yeah.
What was your wedding like?
My wedding was very traditional. I had a very traditional wedding, I got
church wedding.
A church wedding. Yeah. And then at the Welcome Hotel, I got married.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I got married at Welcome.
Lovely.
Yeah.
God, I love their gardens, aren't they? So
their
gorgeous.
Gardens are just beautiful.
Yeah.
So, it was...
I'm going to have to have a look at your photos one day.
Yes, I will have to show you my,
Black and white, black and white.
Actually, some of them are black and white, actually, Mike. But I had a friend who actually used to wear her wedding dress every Sunday.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, that's great.
And do a dance with her husband.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Oh, such a hopeless romantic. Anything like that. I'm like, adorable.
Would you do that, Mike? No, I know you didn't get married.
Put the dress on.
I know you didn't get married in a dress, but...
No, it sounds a little bit extreme, to be honest with you. It sounds like a story you just made up, to be honest.
No, I didn't make it up. I didn't make it up, but no, she does. She does that.
Oh, I love it. Oh, yeah.
I don't know if I can find mine in the loft. It's somewhere in the loft. Rich has put it in the loft. I think it's just chucked it, you know.
Oh, I love
Get
it.
rid of that.
Hopefully not.
No, hopefully he hasn't.
No.
But it is true. You spend so much on the wedding dress. You only wear it once.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, some people have them converted into sort of summer dresses, don't they, and stuff. That'd be quite practical.
I could.
Yeah.
I've got the bodice. I could wear it.
Yeah.
I mean, and something else, not just the bodice, but you know.
Oh, did you have a two-piece? Was
yes,
it?
I
Yeah,
had a
nice.
two-piece,
Yeah,
a big skirt, and
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, it was lovely.
Love it.
It was gorgeous. What would your wedding dress be like if you did?
I don't really know, to be honest.
Yeah, and who would do the photos too?
Yeah, who would do the photos?
I have a few
Get
people
me
in mind.
to do them.
No, there are definitely a few of my idols that I'd have to kind of... I'm a big believer in the fact that you need to be friends with your photographer as well. Like, not in the sense like best friends, but just you've got to click. So it's, for me, it'd be a case of meeting.
Camera.
No pun intended. Yeah. So it would be a case of kind of probably meeting a few people just to see if we are on the same page rather than anything else. So it's important for me with my clients. So I'd expect that with a photographer that I picked, but there's definitely a couple that I'd consider, definitely. There's some bloody great ones out there, there really are.
What about selfies? Do you like taking a selfie?
One of my old managers actually, from Regal Hair and Beauty, the spa experience one, she used to call us a selfie generation. You could take 50 photos and only one of them would be okay, and I am definitely fall under that category.
Yeah, so, you do.
Yeah.
Do you ever do that, Mike, when you go out, you say, oh, we'll just take a picture, and then there's someone blinking, so then the food goes cold because you're all just taking photos all the time?
Well, I'd never let my food go cold.
No.
He's the one with his fork in the photo.
Yeah. With the sausage hole there, right?
I got it.
It's
Yeah. I just love when people go out, if it's for lunch or whatnot, to have that photograph taken at the beginning when everyone is, before the drink.
Yes, before,
Before, you know. Yeah.
And you get carried away with conversations, and people go off into little groups and you can't get them all together.
Yeah.
So do it at the start,
Sometimes you just need a net to get everyone together. Yeah.
No, you do, don't you? Like,
You do.
there's quite a lot of events that, like, especially if I've done like charity balls, for example, they've gone, oh, can we get like the obligatory cruise ship photos? Because it's like whilst everybody's looking really nice before they get a bit too drunk. So yeah, no, that happens quite a lot.
Do you ever have that people have got food in their teeth and you have to tell them? Is that
Yeah, well,
a bit of spinach?
Yes, definitely. With this day and age, obviously not everybody's the best well behaved either. So there's definitely occasions where I've had to stop taking photos because they've got around their noses and things. So we obviously don't want to incriminate people. So
gosh.
so obviously it's just kind of like, can you just go sort yourself out?
Oh gosh.
So yeah, whether it's spinach or that these days, it's either one or the other.
I think we're going to the wrong weddings, aren't we?
Yeah.
Oh
Wow.
wow, my stories are nothing on compared to some I know. So yeah.
Really? Gosh, also
It
very
happens
sensible.
more often than not, unfortunately. But yeah,
Gosh.
I know. Luckily, I'm again quite lucky with my
Yeah.
clients. So
So you've never had it like with arguments happening?
no, I don't think so.
No.
Well, I've gone home before that's happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Packed your bags and gone.
Yeah, because usually I cut out about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
So
That's
usually
a good
that's
time
before.
actually.
Yeah.
It all turns then. It can all
Yeah.
turn.
I know, it's like, what's it, people get so close to you trying to talk to you. And this one lady, I thought she was trying to kiss me on the cheek to say thank you the one time. And she was just trying to talk to me. And everybody's just like,
Yes.
wow, you're drunk.
And also some people are very intense, aren't
Yes,
they?
yeah. And then, it's just like, oh, what camera have you got? And then, obviously, that's it. And they just want to talk shop
You
for a
were
bit.
trying to just like dodge it.
Yeah. So, 8 o'clock and 9
sure that
o'clock
wasn't
is my
Mike?
cut-off. Yeah.
That was a mic.
Probably, yeah.
Oh, there's definitely one person who likes to talk shop at most events. But
Yeah, there is. Yeah, but some people you find that? Do you ever find that people get very close? I find that in pubs they get very too close. You just need your space sometimes.
Yeah, like Hannah said, when they're a bit too much to drink, they start to get
like climb on top of you.
exactly.
Yeah. I went to go kiss her on the cheek. She was like, what are you doing? I'm like, well, you're that close to me. That's what I just thought you were doing. But yeah.
Did you think she was leading you on?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well,
Coming on.
I think she was a grandma at the event. But yeah.
Well, there's grandmas and everything. But do you find that the old generation are more comfortable with having their photographs taken?
They're more willing.
More willing.
Yes. I think I don't know whether it's just a generational thing because obviously there were what's the right words here? Because obviously you only had really one chance.
Yes.
When it was like film days, that they were kind of like, right, we've got to get this right, or we just don't get one at all. And quite a lot of them get. I think it's the values as well because they love the fact that their family is all around them and they want to show off their family.
Yeah.
Whereas the younger generations, I don't think, care quite as much. Obviously, you do get it occasionally, but obviously, like, if I wasn't to get one of Mother and the Groom and the Bride, or Mother of the Bride and the Bride, then, my God, I would have a death sentence. So
yes.
I think one of my first ever ones I missed that one shot and that was it. Never again. So it's making sure that you get those in.
So you just the tick boxes. But also it's down to them to actually tell you.
Yeah.
It's down to them, isn't it, to say, look, we want this, we want that, we want it. It's down to them and have that tick list.
Yeah, group shots are quite a difficult subject for most photographers.
Yes, because you always get someone looking lost.
Yeah. It's,
or at the wrong wedding.
And there's all.
Shall I tell you what? I've had that once.
Really?
Yeah, someone. I don't know who they are. They were at the wrong wedding or the wrong venue. It was in the other room.
Really?
Yeah.
Crikey! I've had that in a birthday party before, but not wedding. Crikey! Was it like a double wedding at the same hotel?
Yes.
Okay, well, I think
I thought they looked a bit lost. I didn't know anyone.
I was like, I'm with all the suits and the dresses. Well, it's definitely the right one.
But not here.
Yeah. So. Oh, sorry, my brain's gone on a tangent. What were we talking about? Sorry.
I don't know, Mike. What were we doing? This is me
now. I know. I was just like, hold on. I feel like I've gone on a tangent there. Group shots.
Yes.
So most of the time I'll explain to my customers, you're going to hate me by the end of it.
Yes.
Because obviously it's that point where you're literally there for half an hour and you've got to literally do the nothing but stand there and smile.
Yeah.
And usually there's one bugger that's gone off to the toilet, or somebody needs to go and sit down, which obviously understandable. So usually I kind of say 10 to 15, get your priorities in first. Usually it's kind of group shot first, so that then everybody else can then go and do their own thing.
And can I just ask, when you're taking that group shot, to get everyone's attention, do you say like sausages? Because that's sausages or cheese.
Yeah. No,
what do you say to them?
To be fair, it's usually like, right, if you can't see me, I can't see you. And then you go, all right, people have then moved. And I'm like, right, okay, so they're my hiders. Move you.
Yeah. But for them to smile, what do you say?
Usually I kind of do a couple. It's one of those things, because when it comes to a group shot, you've got to try and make sure that you've got everybody not blinking.
Yes.
So you take as many as you can.
Yeah.
Just to make sure that you kind of got one.
Some people look like they've got gaiter eyes.
Yeah, so it's one of those that they're not always the best photos, because you do have that one that's just like,
yes.
But yeah, it's about the only time I have to get quite bossy. And then,
but I bet some people like that. Some people like that boss.
Yeah, so it's quite funny. Like, I think this is the best group shot I've ever done, was because I work. Do you know who Pashley are, the bike manufacturers?
Yes.
Yeah, so they do all that kind of the sit up and beg bikes.
Yeah.
So I used to do their Pashley picnic every year. So we'd go on a bike ride, and then we'd end up outside Shakespeare's birthplace.
Yes.
So obviously trying to get 100 people on bikes outside Shakespeare's birthplace with all the tourists on the go on a Saturday was quite difficult. So I literally just had to go, right, so I've got 5 minutes to get this done. Everybody squish in. And literally it was done, dusted, and it went really well. And everybody came up to me afterwards going, you handled that really well. I can't believe we were there so quick. So yeah, it was...
That's brilliant.
You do just...
So you've got to be in order.
It's the tone.
It's the tone of voice.
It's the tone. So yeah, normally...
but to get that smile, what do you say to people?
I just go, and that smile. So
and
usually
do
the
this,
sillier again I am, the more of a reaction I get out of people. So.
Do you smile with photos, Mike? Do you always smile? Or do you do kind of like the...
So I
feel like he raises an eyebrow.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
Hey, look at me.
So Hannah's got a really good smile. She's got really good teeth.
Yeah, you have got good teeth.
Yeah, so I think
braces.
that would sort of help people to smile back, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yes, it would.
If I was a guy saying smile, they wouldn't be smiling at any.
What would you do to get someone to smile?
I'd say something rude normally.
Yeah. Oh, but you have to be so careful though, because you offend so many people these days. You do have to be.
Really?
Yeah.
You can't do a Benny Hill. You can't do it all carry-ons.
Well, it depends on your customer. It really does. But
really, you've got to be careful.
Yeah, there's a guy in Australia that does quite a lot of reels and things on Instagram, and he regularly posts all of his hate comments, and it's usually down to him being like bantery with the customers or swearing at them or doing something where he's kind of just like making them feel at ease. Yeah. He's a bit of a kind of jolly fellow kind of thing.
But you can't be like that.
But yeah, the amount of people that then give him hate online for it, being like, you're not professional, you're not this, you're not that, you're not this. So yeah. People get so offended. You have to be so careful. And I think, I think even just... The one time I said, right, so we've got all the groomsmen together. And I was like, right, nice and strong, lads. And they went, why do I have to look strong? And I was like, all right, okay. So, again, it could be interpreted as banter, but then also you don't actually know whether you're going to offend someone.
Yes.
So you can't be stereotypical. You can't,
Yeah.
It's...
Gosh, it's a real minefield.
Especially when you've got 150 people, that you've got to try and make sure that you don't offend any of them.
Yes.
I think if people get that offended that easily, they should stay at home anyway, don't you?
Yeah, they should.
Yeah.
And also, it's a wedding. You're meant to be celebrating.
Yeah, so most of the time everybody's all right, but yeah, you do... Yeah, I think I don't know whether I get it from my mom, but reputation is a very big thing for me. So she's very kind of showing appearances. So I've just inherited that from her.
So where can people contact you if they want to use your fantastic service?
Yeah, so social medias. I have my website is currently down at the moment, just purely because I am trying to sort it out. I am on Instagram and Facebook mainly, and my number is on there, so you can WhatsApp me.
Brilliant.
So yeah, I do find it's much easier just to WhatsApp. So,
yes.
Yeah, or just you just straight to the point. Don't have to wait for emails and things like that.
Yeah.
So obviously you just come straight to your phone. So
Yeah, it is far easier. And also your Instagram page is brilliant because you also put everything on there as well. So people can always contact you on there and message you on that. She's absolutely fantastic. She really is.
Just so good.
Well, you're really good. And it's a local business. And I love, as you know, guys, I love promoting local businesses. And even when I was in the vintner, and I had my skirt and said, will you take some photographs? She took them upstairs for me. That's
I wish I just had my camera on me.
She was really good.
The iPhone is never as good, but yeah, no, they are lovely, aren't
Absolutely
they?
fantastic.
Yeah.
So she's got a real eye, attention for detail. So Mike,
can't
if you
take
ever need
compliments.
a photographer, she's brilliant.
I know, it sounds good. What's your Instagram address?
I am at sorrel.photography, and sorrel is SORRELL. So I am like the herb, but just with an extra L.
I love that. How did you come up with that?
Well, it's my surname.
Yes.
It was just easier. Because I think quite a lot of photographers rely on themselves as personal branding, so I didn't see the point in putting a fancy name on because people know me for me, so I might as well put my name on. So.
And also, you're known around Stratford, or when I say I'm meeting Hannah, they said, oh, she smiles. She's got a gorgeous smile, which you have. Yeah, so as Mike said, that really makes people feel at ease.
Yes, exactly.
And you do have great teeth.
Yeah, thank you.
Great
So
teeth.
do you.
Thanks.
Oh, thank you. Yeah,
Mike, you've got good teeth as well. Teeth are the way forward.
Not as nice
you need
as Hannah's.
teeth. I know. Hannah,
I'm very conscious. I actually bit my fork too hard the other day, and I've taken the front of my tooth off, which is slightly annoying. Can you see there?
You know what,
frustrating.
Hannah,
I need a fill-in. I'm really upset.
No, Hannah, I didn't even notice. You don't need a fill-in for that.
No, yeah, apparently so. But yeah, it's just I don't know whether to leave it.
Is that because you were getting excited eating? What were you eating at the
just put it in a
time?
bloody garlic bread. Who puts a fork in a garlic bread?
Oh,
What an
garlic
idiot.
bread's lovely.
It was good, but
I do love
can't
garlic
eat it
bread.
again now because I've just got that feeling in my mouth.
You just have to pick it up with your fingers.
I know, muppet, right? Oh well.
Mike, do you like garlic bread?
Yeah, I don't mind. I've got a worse horror story for eating things.
Go on.
Oh God.
Go on, Dad.
My son, on a stag weekend, swallowed a cocktail stick in two, not knowing, and they thought he had an appendicitis, and it was stuck in his
Oh my God, that could have ripped his insides
yeah,
apart.
and
Bloody hell.
they thought he were going to take his appendix out, and the surgeon came running up to tell us that he's very excited that he'd found this cocktail stick in a V shape stuck in his intestine.
Gosh. Was it just something that he liked eating, cocktail sticks?
No, he just didn't know. He'd obviously had a few drinks and had some snack or something. He'd got or a cocktail with it in, and
with a sausage.
yeah.
Crikey.
But there you
Bloody
are.
hell.
But there you are. That's better than your garlic bread story.
God. Mike, you're telling us about a death stick. You're on fire today.
All the tangents today. Oh, I love it. But yeah, this is brilliant.
Wow,
Thank you
this
so
is
much for
brilliant.
having me.
Absolute pleasure. Anyone out there, if you're looking for a photographer, please book Hannah because she's fantastic. Not only do you do weddings, you do if people need stills, or is it mostly is it mostly weddings?
I was saying to you before we started, positive life events.
Yes.
So whether it is christenings, weddings, birthdays, I have photographed a birth before as well, which was genuinely the best day of my life. So yeah, even funerals I've been asked to do, but just if it's just event photography, I'm there.
Hannah is your person.
Yeah.
So please book her because she's just fantastic, and we need to support lovely people like Hannah.
Thank you.
If there's more people like you in the world will be.
We need more people like you supporting people like us because you are incredible. You really are.
Well,
Thank you so much.
And so's Mike. Thank you, Mike, for this.
Providing
Thanks,
a platform.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So we'll see you next week. And next week, I have got the gorgeous diva talking about face flow, and that'll be next week, all about the face and body and mind. See you next week. Bye-bye.
You've been listening to the Four Wheels and a Hat podcast.